In the Team Quadrilla Marble League, teams are tested on many different disciplines, and that is best exemplified with the triathlon. Welcome to the 12th event of the Team Quadrilla Marble League in Season 4, and in this event, heats of 4 marbles are going to come down a Quadrilla course into a Gravitrax course and finish it off with a water section. This event, a fan-favorite event, made its debut last season in Season 3, and in the triathlon, things can change by the second, because marbles find their strengths at different parts of the course. As we look at the standings after event 11, Quadrilla Curling, Red Lotus and the Golden Cheeses tied at the top of the standings, both on 139 points, and that's the Venomous Vipers, Deep Divers, Floundering Fish, Poison Ivy are hosts in 6th place. In the first heat, Deep Divers, Floundering Fish, Valley Dashers and the Olive Orbs, Marine Damselfish, Canyon, and Olive Wood. They'll split into 2 funnels at the top of the Quadrilla course. Deep Divers out on the lead in the left funnel. So the Valley Dashers are getting passed by the Floundering Fish on the right. Floundering Fish now contending. They'll collide with the Deep Divers and the Valley Dashers. So Deep Divers well out in front now as they head into the Gravitrax. That's the Floundering Fish. A bump from the Valley Dashers. Now Olive Orbs also having a look. Deep Divers, Floundering Fish. The Floundering Fish are going to get passed in the water section. Valley Dashers will get by. Also, the Olive Orbs will also get by. It's not going to be enough for them to advance, but the Valley Dashers will get ahead in the water, and the Floundering Fish went from second in the Gravitrax to dead last by the end of the course. What happened to them? Deep Divers, Floundering Fish in the water first and second, then the Floundering Fish just fall to pieces in the water section. Crucially for the Valley Dashers, that means they are moving on along with the Deep Divers. Olive Orbs and the Floundering Fish are not moving on. A lot can change in this event, as we have seen in the first heat. Red Lotus, Aquamarines, Sinister Sprinters, and the Slime Balls in the second heat. The Red Lotus are championship leaders. On the left side, they have some catching up to do. They got a bronze with Dahlia in this event last season, contending with Sinister Sprinters for second place. Aquamarines well out in front. Slime Balls well in the back. Aquamarines like they're enter the water section. Look like they have this race easily tied up. Sinister Sprinters trying to get by the Red Lotus, will bump them multiple times. They're gonna try it, but the Sinister Sprinters are not gonna get ahead, and the Red Lotus will hold them off. Let's have a look at this. You can see it was all Red Lotus and the Sinister Sprinters battling for the second transfer position. Here's where the Sinister Sprinters tried to have a look. They're following the Red Lotus in their footsteps so close every step of the way. Bump them as they head into the water, and then bump them once more as they hit inside the water towards the finish line. But the Red Lotus do a brilliant blocking display, and Dahlia will hold off Hydra of the Sinister Sprinters. Red Lotus are going to be moving on. This puts pressure on the Golden Cheeses in the very next heat. They're with the Poison Ivy, Shadow Riders, and Team Atlantic. Shadow Riders and Poison Ivy with Gloom and Poison, the top 2 in this event last season. That's not going to do the Golden Cheeses any favors. Poison Ivy out in front, and it's Team Atlantic and the Shadow Riders. Golden Cheese is currently in last. Poison Ivy, everyone else is pretty close. Golden Cheese, Team Atlantic having a look. Golden Cheese will take the lead after the Gravitrax. Team Atlantic in second place. Shadow Riders will get ahead, and Shadow Riders with Gloom will manage to just barely get into second place. But Golden Cheese is a brilliant display in the Gravitrax, going from last to first, and they held on in the water section, which means they are also going to be moving on. Team Atlantic has second place, much better entry in the water for the Shadow Riders though, and the Shadow Riders with Gloom are going to be moving on as well. The winner of this event last season, and the Shadow Riders looking good after a gold in the last event. Poison Ivy are not going to be moving on, but now in the final heat, Venomous Vipers, Majestic Melons, Yellow Lotus, and the Green Lotus. Green Lotus and the Venomous Vipers on the left side. That's the captain of the Yellow Lotus on the right side, followed by the Majestic Melons. Green Lotus out in the lead, and that's the Venomous Vipers and the Red Lotus as they enter the Gravitrax. So Yellow Lotus and the Venomous Vipers have made a charge on the Green Lotus. That's the Venomous Vipers and the Green Lotus in first and second. Here's the Yellow Lotus Daisy making a move on Clover, and the Yellow Lotus will come back and get advancement in the water section. If you're not careful, the water section can really catch you out in this event. You can see it happened with the Team Atlantic in the last heat. It's happened with Green Lotus in this one. Here's where the Yellow Lotus making the best use of the draft to get into second place and advance along with the Venomous Vipers. The 2 captains, Viper and Daisy, doing enough ahead of Clover and Wintermelon, who won't advance. Green Lotus do get the best of the rest, and it's Team Atlantic, those 2 marbles just barely not making it. And it's the Sinister Sprinters, Poison Ivy, Slime Balls, another dead last finish. And now, semi-final A. This is a huge one. Deep Divers, Red Lotus, Golden Cheeses, and the Yellow Lotus. Our top 2 in the championship are in this one. Will any of them advance? Will one of them advance? We'll have to see. Red Lotus look like they have the lead. Golden Cheese is right with them, though actually all 4 of them are very close in the Quadrilla. Red Lotus, Golden Cheese, that's how they go. Ooh, Yellow Lotus almost getting out of the track. Golden Cheese will get out in front. Deep Divers in second place. Red Lotus will get him back, but it's going to be very close as they cross the line. I think the Red Lotus held on. Red Lotus got ahead in the water section. Deep Divers got alongside them and almost past them. But I think Red Lotus are going to the final along with the Golden Cheeses. Here's where you can see the Deep Divers making a move for second place. Red Lotus jump over them as they enter the water. Deep Divers try to go side by side, and it's going to be so close, but by 13/100ths of a second, Dahlia pips Marine to the finish line, and the top 2 of the championship are going to the final. What scenes in the triathlon as we go to semi-final B? Valley Dashers, Aquamarines, Shadow Riders, and the Venomous Vipers. On the left side, Valley Dashers and the Venomous Vipers, Aquamarines and Shadow Riders on the other side. And the Shadow Riders take the lead. Ooh, a lot of slowing down them for the Shadow Riders. Venomous Vipers give them a bump, but it's very close. All 4 of them as they enter the Gravitrax. Single file almost, they're going together. Valley Dashers take the lead into the water. Then it's the Aquamarines. Here come the Shadow Riders and the Venomous Vipers. Venomous Vipers and the Shadow Riders come from behind both of them, and they're both going to be moving on. What a comeback for both those 2 marbles. Valley Dashers and the Aquamarines caught napping in the water section. You can see here's where the Valley Dashers get out in front. Shadow Riders right behind the Aquamarines go through them and the Valley Dashers. And the Venomous Vipers, an even better move for them, going from last to first. And they are also going to be moving on. The semi-final will be even crazier than the first one. Valley Dashers is going to get the best of the rest, and it's the Deep Divers, Aquamarines, and the Yellow Lotus. And now for the final. Golden Cheeses, Shadow Riders, Red Lotus, and the Venomous Vipers. These 4 marbles have done brilliantly to get to the final, but only one can capture gold. Venomous Vipers, Red Lotus, and the Golden Cheeses all go to the right side. Then it's the Shadow Riders on the left. Gloom of the Shadow Riders out on the lead. They won this event last season. Will they be able to do it again? Venomous Vipers in second place. Then it's the Red Lotus and the Golden Cheeses battling for that final podium spot. Shadow Riders, are they going to enter the water first? Yes, they will. Then it's the Venomous Vipers. Shadow Riders, though, are going to cross the line, and they've won the triathlon for the 2nd season in a row. Venomous Vipers will hold on for the silver, just barely ahead of the Red Lotus, who will get the bronze, and the Golden Cheeses will miss the podium. But the Shadow Riders, they go back to back, winning the Quadrilla curling event, last event, in event 11, and they've done it again. It's another gold medal for Gloom in the triathlon, a brilliant display in the water section. Viper, the captain of Venomous Vipers, also gets second place for the team. The top 2 is the same as in the last event. And the Red Lotus, with Dahlia getting the bronze in the triathlon once again, they will extend their advantage over the Golden Cheeses. After a very frenetic event, the Red Lotus with their bronze medal have a 3-point lead over the Golden Cheeses, Venomous Vipers with their silver closing in, as the Deep Divers, Aquamarines, Poison Ivy, and the Shadow Riders with their gold medal jumping up to 7th place. Unfortunately for the Slime Balls, they are the first team that can no longer win the Team Quadrilla Marble League. As we look at the Coaches Championship of just the individual events, the Red Lotus retake the lead over the Deep Divers and the Venomous Vipers. And the Slime Balls, Green Lotus, the first teams that can no longer win the Coaches Championship. The next event will be the Triathlon for the B Division, and after that, the Elimination Race. Stay tuned.